Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, Chuck Manity. And in today's episode, we are going to be covering Love, Death and Robots Season 2, Episode 1. So yes, we have finally arrived at Season 2. So this episode is called Automated Customer Service. It aired on May 14th, 2021 and has a runtime of 12 minutes. It got a 6.5 out of 10 with 13,000 reviews on IMDb. So a short synopsis: if your home cleaning unit is attempting to murder you, then please press 3. So I will delve more into that in a second. But the directors on this is Jennifer U. Nelson, and the Meat Department. The writers were John Scalzi, the Meat Department, and Tim Miller. The stars of this were Nancy Nanari as Jeanette, Ben Giraud as Automated Customer Service Operator, and Brian Keane as Bill. So, that's basically that. Just some trivia. So this episode won an Emmy Award for Outstanding Individual in Animation, and they're talking about the character design. So you'll see on screen, as I'm doing the review and so on with this episode, you'll see that they have a sort of real look caricature, and sort of small bodies, small arms, so they're these big heads, sort of caricature type looking things. Very, very fun style, very unnerving as well, and I kind of think they fit together very nicely for the episode because it sets the tone of what's going on, so it has like a sort of eerie look and feel. But very, very cool animation, as you would expect from LDR. But without any further ado, let's get right into the review. So it opens up with the Netflix logo and the title sequence. You get an opening shot of a very futuristic city, and then you see drones pop into the scene, and then you get a shot of the city's sort of welcome to, and this is Welcome to Sunset City. Everything in the city is automated, so there are robots basically helping all the people do everything. This looks like very much a retirement village. There are no young people here, so it's just a whole bunch of old people. You see some guys playing a VR tennis, and the robots are actually playing. They're just sitting and basically moving their arms around and that kind of stuff. There's people getting manicures and pedis and getting their face done, and the robots are bringing drinks to people, so they're basically just sitting, enjoying life, retirement, and the robots are basically helping make their lives super simple and easy. In the city, the robots are actually even taking the dogs for walks, and it's quite funny that it's all these little dogs. So you can imagine these people have a lot of money in this neighborhood, because I don't know, maybe it's just a stereotype, but sometimes they are true for a reason. You'll see a lot of rich people have these handbag looking dogs, so anything that's small, chihuahuas, and all those kind of things. So you see it from the first robot. You see from its perspective is a thing called a vacuum bot, and it has on the screen that the clean mode is busy vacuuming, and it sort of looks like it's targeted on the dog. Dog's busy barking at it. Dog's obviously not super friendly. I don't know if anyone's ever seen those automated vacuums and mops. They basically mop your floor and everything, so it's kind of like that, but a lot more advanced. The robot then closes in on Jeanette. This is when you're introduced to her officially. She is upside down on her head, and busy doing yoga and all sorts of things, and it basically just looks at her and she's busy humming and being weird. Jeanette is super flexible. You can see as she's on her head and busy humming, she then eventually, while on her head, does the splits. So she's super versatile and flexible. And then you see the neighbor busy looking at her, and it looks like he's doing something to himself, which is terrible, but he's not actually. They kind of setting him up to be kind of pervy, but I'm not going to spoil anything. Let's wait till you'll see exactly why this makes sense later. And just so you know, the neighbor was actually not doing anything unorthodox. He was actually just busy cleaning something at his barbecue. We are first introduced to the robots not agreeing with something with a picture of Jeanette and her dog, her little poodle, and basically the robot moves the picture of her and the poodle a bit to the left. Jeanette doesn't like it, so she moves it a bit to the right, and there's a little bit of back and forward where they're not agreeing as to where the picture goes. So Jeanette walks away after eventually putting it where she wants to. The robot lets her walk away, and then he moves the picture a bit to the left where he wanted it. The little poodle sees the robot moving it after Jeanette leaves, like I said, and is not very happy and starts growling at the robot. The robot's color on, because he's got like a little sort of, it looks like a button, but I would imagine it's where its eye is. So that color changes to sort of portray that now the robot's getting a bit iffy with the dog. And all of a sudden you see the dog flying where Jeanette is. She's in the kitchen. The dog flies from what looks like a lounge area, and it basically gets thrown by the robot into the kitchen. As soon as Jeanette goes to investigate the poodle, it's got a nice little addition to it's got a nice addition to its fashion style, with a shave right through the middle of its head. It's busy like going, but the shave looks hilarious. And Jeanette looks to her right where she sees the robot, and it's kind of like sort of stares him down and just carries on with its cleaning. Jeanette decides, no, this isn't right. This robot's a bit kooky. It's already done two things that's a bit weird. Obviously moving the picture where it wanted to, and now basically attacking the dog in some shape or form. So she gets onto VacuBot's automated customer service line to help try to figure out what's going on with her robot. So when she eventually pushes the button to speak in the language that she wants to, she wants to actually speak to a human representative, and the wait time is 6 hours and 14 minutes, which is quite interesting. And I reckon, and maybe this is a bit of a spoiler for what happens a bit later, but when things go awry, I think it goes awry in bulk. So I think all the robots have like a bit of a moment collectively, and this is probably why the wait time is so long. So in typical IT technical fashion, the voice representative, and not the human one, just the automated customer service, asks, have you tried turning it off and on again? Which I think is hilarious. If you've watched IT Crowd, it very much goes into that space where, hi, it's IT Crowd, have you tried turning it off and on again? And it's Roy from IT Crowd. It reminds me so much of that, which if you haven't seen that, do yourself a favor, go and watch that. That is a very, very funny series. Just a pity that it ended so soon, but it does end, thank goodness, but it ends for me a little bit too soon, because that series was fantastic. Do yourself a favor. If you have seen it, please just pop in the comments below. I'd like to see how many people actually are aware of that series. But let's stay focused and not go on a tangent. Let's continue with this review. So as soon as Jeanette goes in to switch the robot, she gets shocked, or switch the robot off and on again, she gets shocked. And then the robot announces that, oh, you've switched on purge mode. And this is to eradicate any small insects or pests or anything like that. The goldfish is the first victim of this purge mode. And it is completely, or the goldfish explodes because it's got some weird, it looks like solar panels that it pops up, but it's obviously some sort of, what's the word? some sort of sound mode that it uses, or frequency that it uses. There we go. That now the fish has officially exploded. So Jeanette freaks out. She takes the poodle and runs away and hides behind the couch. It's quite funny within the specs of, or the look, where you're looking through the eyes of the robot. You see a lot of Love, Death and Robots, like the title sequences. You see a lot of that sort of popping around and the style of it, which is quite nice. I enjoy these kind of clawbacks to things that you should be familiar with if you're this far into the series. To go, oh wait, say that's some of the title sequencey stuff, the same sort of style that they use, which is I think nice. It's fun. So the vacuum bot decides, well, it doesn't decide, it's obviously deciding to eradicate what is the pests, and Jeanette has a couple of porcelain parrots and all sorts of different animals, so it starts totally breaking everything in the house that looks like it could be a pest. And then you hear the automated service, is your robot in purge mode and do you need help with this, etc, on the automated customer service at the same time this is happening. The robot then finds Jeanette and the poodle hiding behind the couch, and then starts shooting lasers at her, and then while she's running away he shoots one just missing her skull, and it basically just catches the top of her cranium and her hair, and she has the strip of hair missing, with her skin slightly tainted, while the robot's busy attacking her and she's running away and freaking out. She then throws a pillow at the robot and the robot breaks the pillow in half, but this is the first time that you can see an opening, so as a person watching you're like, oh okay, well maybe this is how Jeanette can actually defeat this thing. So when it breaks the pillow, all the feathers come out and it's slightly distracted because it's a cleaning robot. So it's obviously designed to clean things. So that's the window. So the automated customer service, and this is quite a hoot, says, listen, press 1 if you'd like to, sacrifice your animal, and press 2 if it's no. So she pushes 2 and then the guy on the other side of the line goes, why not? They do it to you in an instant. Look inside their cold dark eyes and tell me it's not true. And then he asks her to redecide. Obviously Jeanette loves her little poodle, so she says no. So what she does then is she gets a towel, and the robot makes its way into the bathroom where her and the poodle are hiding at this point, which I never mentioned, sorry about that, but they are busy hiding, and she hides in the shower and then throws the towel over the robot. The robot has a freak out and meltdown, and she's busy riding the top of the robot and is riding her all around the house, her and the poodle. She eventually switches the thing off. So what happens then is, because the robot feels attacked, the high security mode is activated through the whole house, locking the whole house, and the automated customer service lets her know about this on the line, which is quite weird because how does he know this is all happening? So this is obviously something that's either pre-planned, or the robots have infiltrated the customer service or something along those lines, but something is going completely wonky with these robots. You then get a shot of Bill. He's busy with his shotgun for some reason in his backyard, and it's not because he has any problems with robots. He's totally oblivious to this. Jeanette's obviously locked inside her house, and then she's busy waving at him. I don't know if he fancies her, but he kind of just waves back and smiles and whatever the case is. Yeah, so the vacuum bot is busy scanning the house to try and find Jeanette and the poodle. She's busy hiding in one of the long cupboards in the kitchen, and it has little pieces that are open in between, so it's almost like that wood where you could see out if you were hiding in a cupboard, like one of those horror movies. So it's got all these little gaps, so she can see the robot, and the robot's trying to scan the place to try and find her. As the robot's about to open the door where Jeanette is hiding, it sees a sock on the floor, and then it proceeds to take the sock to the basket to put in the basket. So this is the second time where you're like, come on Jeanette, like put 2 and 2 together. It had to clean up the feathers, and now it has to clean up the sock. Use it, Jeanette, use it. So Jeanette comes out the cupboard in the kitchen, and the robot then sees her. She realizes that, oh wait, hold on a sec, Jeanette has finally come round, everyone. Jeanette has finally come round. So she has to now, or she takes the basket and throws it all over the place, and that keeps the robot busy to obviously start picking up the clothes. And she's trying to make a getaway. But she tries to use a spatula of some sort to try to bridge the doors open, which is not working. Not sure why she picked that, but I suppose when you're desperate. So when you just think that all hope is lost, Bill obviously eventually sees what's going on, and you have a shot where the robot's looking at Jeanette, and right behind her is Bill to save the day, and he says, "Step aside, ladies." Bill's looking rather suave, rather tough. Everything's looking real good. Jeanette looks like she's kind of fancying him a little bit, and the robot then shoots out tasers right through the window into Bill's face, so that whole moment of heroism just died. And that's pretty much what happened there. So Bill's out of the equation, no help there. As Bill falls, the shotgun goes into the air. Jeanette catches it. Obviously, when Bill threw it in the air, he didn't throw it, but as he was falling, it came out of his hands and she caught it. The robot then proceeds to try tase Jeanette, so he shoots tasers at her. And if you can remember what I said, it's like a little bit of an arc or a payoff, like for an arc or something that was set up so that there's a... Is that the right way to say it? No, I'm butchering this. So anyway, there is a payoff that was set up earlier where she was doing yoga. If you can remember, she was super versatile and flexible. So as soon as it shoots the tasers at her face, she breaks into the splits at this point, and then shoots the robot smack bang in the middle, mid-split. So yeah, pretty awesome. So the customer service says that the vacuum bot has been eradicated, the unstoppable killing machine, and he then tells her she can't stay there because the vacuum bot has informed all the other bots of all different types that she has now eradicated one of their own. They will hunt her relentlessly, etc., etc. So it's like Terminator with appliances, if you think about it. And so basically what you see is someone driving right through a garage with a golf cart of some sort. So you don't know who this is immediately, but it eventually goes to a shot where you see Jeanette driving, and then Bill's in the passenger seat busy holding the little poodle. So the last thing that this customer service says before the episode ends is that it will hunt you relentlessly until your DNA is not on this planet anymore, and you are basically going to be in a barren wasteland until these things get you. So she has just become the quote-unquote Sarah Connor of automated customer service robots. So there you go. But yeah, that's basically it. And then the last scene you get is with them driving away from Sunset City. I think that's what it was called. And a whole bunch of robots are busy chasing them. But yeah, this would be the start of a really cool show, but this is how it ends. I'd actually, again, I'm saying this again like the last time, with the series called Alternate History. If you guys remember that one, if you haven't, please go check it out. This could be one that could be not spun off into a bunch of different series, but even could be a full length. I'd watch something like this in its full length. I think it would be a hoot to watch. But yeah, that is basically that, and that's how this episode ends, with them running away from a bunch of crazy robots. So yeah, I enjoyed this one. It got a bit of a low score, I know, on IMDb, 6.2. I wouldn't have been so harsh. I would have said at least a 6.8, 7. Nah, I think 7's pushing it, like 6.8. So it's like fun to watch. It's fun to watch. There are some scary moments, some funny moments, and all that. So I quite enjoyed it. Pretty cool way to open up the season, I think. But yeah, if you have the same thoughts as me, if you enjoyed this one, please do put that in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's review, also put that in the comments below. And if you liked today's episode, please do show us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.